Family, welcome back. Just want to jump on here real quick before I run outside with the family, take the boys to the park. I want to talk about faith and fitness, looking at First Timothy 4:8. Now, I understand in that verse it says bodily exercise profited a little bit, but Paul was looking at it from the view of eternal value. But that's not the way I'm going to approach it. Why fitness is such an important thing? Have you ever noticed, and I have dealt with this chronically throughout life. When you're overweight, you always feel irritable, you feel stressed, you don't have no energy. And there's a reason for that because we were not meant to be at a certain body weight or past a certain body weight. And also we wasn't meant to be eating certain type of foods. And you know the difference, especially those who have been on a weight loss journey on and off, that when you're going to the gym consistently and you're eating healthy consistently, you have a lot of more energy. The reason being because our bodies was designed to process certain type of foods that will help us to operate or perform in a more optimal level. But it's not really all about that. The reason why I'm bringing up this whole fitness versus faith thing is because when you're in shape, when you're not bombarded with negative thoughts or you don't have low energy, you want to do more. You, your aura, you seem more pleasant. You seem like a people person. You want to be out there. You just don't want to kind of just come home. Soon as you see the bed, you just want to go to sleep. Or you just want to sit down and watch TV all day. You're not proactive. You're not working on tasks, projects, or doing anything, especially when you have a family. You can't be that guy. Oh, you go to the park with the boys, or you there with your wife, and you just kind of sitting against the gate, or you sitting on the bench and they want to play soccer or hoops or run around, and you just like, I'm too tired, you go and play. That's not the type of life that you really want to have, or the example that you want to set for your kids. Now, I understand that for some people, it's not easy. But remember, you don't want to look at the end goal. It's small, actionable steps. You just need to do your best this day. And then after you get past this day, you want to repeat and do your best tomorrow. But if you look at it like, well, I need to lose 50 pounds, listen, that is a tall task. That's a tall order. And a lot of times we get impatient with life. You just got to go at your pace, be honest with yourself, and do the things that you need to do. Now, in order to accomplish that with anything in life, you have to remove distractions. So if you're a type of person, you're addicted to chocolate chip cookies or any type of junk food, the easiest thing to do is guess what? Don't keep it in the house. When you buy food with intention to help you along that journey. Another thing you need to do is try to come up with a daily routine. Something that I enjoy doing, I love to walk. I wake up, say on a Saturday, which is tomorrow. I get up at 5:30. I do an hour and 15 minutes. Then I come back home and I utilize that time. I'm not just walking and kind of, looking around. I throw on my headphones. It's either I'm studying scriptures or any type of content that's going to help sharpen me mentally that I can become a better person in a lot of different areas in my life. There might be things that I'm struggling with in life. So I need something to pick me up. Or a lot of times I might take that time in prayer because I might also be dealing with issues and I need God's wisdom and guidance in order to overcome that. But why is this so important? On two fronts, especially if you're married and you have kids. You always have to lead by example. I don't care what you say. I love a quote that President Benjamin Franklin once said. He said, if you tell me, I forget. If you teach me, I remember. But if you involve me, I will learn. And that's something that we have to kind of apply to our daily lives because when we have kids, it's not do as I say, but not as I do. I hear this all the time from my kids. Why do you do that? Because I seen you do it, Dad. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys heard it. But in order for us to really get the most out of them, We have to walk a certain way. We're not going to always be perfect, which is fine. However, it doesn't mean that you got to keep on repeating those same mistakes over and over again. This is not a life about being perfect at all, pretending on putting on a facade on in front of the world. Be honest with yourself when you look in the mirror, see where you stand, assess yourself, and then decide, okay, what do I need to work on to further better my development or better myself as a person. Each day, set a task, set a goal, not big actionable steps, small manageable things, because that's what's important. Because if you're not consistent with whatever you're trying to do, then it's not going to work out for you. Consistency is key. I don't care if it's studying in life, I don't care if it's starting a business, whatever that thing is, you have to be consistent, you have to be disciplined. And for Christians, a lot of prayer, because you're going to need God's strength on days when you don't want to do it. And that's the difference between people that make it and people that don't. A lot of times people can do something when they feel up to it. But what about those days when you don't feel like going outside and heading to the gym or doing whatever you need to do? I don't feel like eating salad today. I don't feel like eating the foods that I'm supposed to eat. I'm craving for the things that I'm not supposed to be doing. You don't want to crave for procrastination. You want to crave for being motivated and being a go-getter. And a last piece of advice I'm going to leave with you guys. Don't ever lie to yourself. If you make a promise to yourself, you have to keep it. Because if you can't keep a promise to yourself, how are you going to keep a promise to other people? People value integrity, the right people especially. And you don't want to close certain blessings or opportunities that you could have had. But when they looked at your character, a lot of times you fell short. Why? Because you're not a person of your word. Anyway, until the next time, reset.